And welcome to Town Council Chambers. Tonight is Monday, August 28th. It's just a little bit after 7, and we are going to start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Councilor Auclair. Present. Councilor Carrasco. Excused. Councilor Clemens.
Oops, I can't. Where are we next? I'm sorry.
Councilor Clemens.
Present. Thank you. Sorry.
Councilor DePietro. Excused. Councilor McKenzie. Excused.
He's excused.
Councilor Manna.
Present.
Councilor Morales.
He's excused.
Councilor Nash.
Present.
Councilor Steves.
Present.
5 present, 4 excused.
Okay. The next agenda, item number 3, consider and accept the Town Council meeting minutes of August 14th, 2017.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion, corrections, deletions, additions? Okay, simple hand vote. All those in favor? Unanimous of 5. Okay, Chairman's announcements. I have a few this evening. 1, received a letter from the Central Mass Regional Metropolitan Planning, goodness, it's a long word, organization. They are looking for more members to participate in their federal fund program. Currently, there is a meeting that is going to take place on September 21st at 6 p.m. They are looking for other councilors to attend this meeting. The CMMPO is responsible for prioritizing how federal funds are spent on roads, bridges, and transit in the city of Worcester and surrounding 39 communities. And ideally, it's good to have representation from all communities. Yeah. We have the ability to have permanent representation for a 1-year term from citizens. If you are interested in participating and attending these quarterly meetings and bringing our needs to the attention of the state, then we would love to have you. It's been posted as one of the openings. But currently, I would just like to mention to the councilors again that I know Councilor Steves may be able to make it. It is Thursday, the 21st, 6 p.m. It's taking place at the Pearl Crawford Memorial Library in Dudley. So to the rest of you, if you can participate, that would be great. Let's see. I would like to mention that on Thursday, August 17th, there was a wonderful visit to the Southbridge Airport, which many of you know has been under renovation now for the better part of a couple of years. Well, technically since 2011, when the tornado devastated much. We received a large grant, and we've got a beautiful new administration building up there and a lot of other improvements. And Thursday the 17th, Secretary Pollock of the Department of Transportation, Jeff DiCarlo from who is the Aeronautic Administrator, and Tim Mahoney, the Director of Airport Engineering, came and toured the facility. And we just want to really thank Ron Plouffe and the entire Airport Commission for making sure this got put together and putting our best foot forward and showing them all that's been done here in Southbridge. Special thanks to Karen Harnoy as well, and town manager and all those who participated to make this plan a reality. But the Airport Commission has been working really hard, and it's a proud thing to see. I hope that everybody gets up there, goes to the diner perhaps, and enjoys a little tour of the new administration building. But I want to thank them for coming out and showing interest in our community. It's my understanding they're looking to have a grand opening, a ribbon cutting of some type very soon, and we'll let everybody know when that happens. And I was unfortunately not able to attend. I did see the presentation. They did a great job putting that together, but I know a number of other councilors were able to, so very good of you to be there.
Mind if I add something?
Oh, yes, certainly.
I was one of the ones there, and one of the people I was talking to in the Airport Commission was commenting that they have this little kiosk up there in the airport building, the new administration building itself, where for people who are in the community, who have businesses, who have basically any kind of attraction out here that somebody who's flying into the airport might want to go see, you might want to put your stuff up there so that so people will know about it. Because we get people from all over the place. In fact, I was talking to Jim back there earlier, and they were saying that people come in from like Sanford, Maine, and New York, and all over the place just to come in to have lunch and hang out at our airport. So they might as well come down here for some other reason too. So if they know where to go, then they can. So if
I
you
might
have
add-
some such, bring it up there.
That's great input on it. Thanks. I'm glad they did get the kiosk up there.
Yeah.
Certainly, transportation, lodging, there are people that come in, fly in, stay down at the conference center. I know the conference center has picked up pilots who've called and said they just want to hang out in the area for the day, for the evening. So it is a great opportunity to partner up and let people know what Southbridge has to offer.
Yep.
So, very good. Thank you. I did go to the senior luncheon last Monday. It was great. Pat and the crew did a wonderful job. It was the annual Feed the DPW crew for thanks for all that they do all year up there, keeping that building open and running strong for the seniors and everybody else who uses it. I would also like to note that there's a Council of the Whole meeting after this meeting. It'll take place down in the Veterans Room. It's a continuation on the discussion of the goals and objectives for the town manager, so hopefully everyone can participate. We had a very productive meeting last week, and we're hoping to get that taken care of. So 8 o'clock or later, after this meeting is over, we will continue that discussion. And I also want to just put a shout out. I went to had the opportunity to stop in at the Italian picnic yesterday, the 4th such picnic in our community, and also we had the Latino Festival. So we had 5 wonderful cultural events that went on this year. The Albanian picnic, the Romanian picnic, the Greek picnic, the Italian picnic, and in between we had our wonderful Latino Festival. So if you couldn't have some good food in this community this summer, I'm not sure what you were doing, but great turnout, wonderful day, and they all did a wonderful job, and it was so nice to see the participation of such a large group. I didn't realize there were so many members at that small facility on North Street, so it was a great thing to see. And I believe that is it for now for me. So I'll turn it over now to the town manager.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. And another compliment to you and some other members is an opportunity to attend the kickoff for opening day for the school system. I know Councilor Clements, you were there, Councilor Steves, Councilor Nash, and I'm not sure if there were any others. But it was a great event. It was really a morale builder for the new teachers, administration. I thought the school system did a great job. They had an amazing speaker who I just truly enjoyed. It was nice to see a number of our counselors there. I did have an opportunity also to be with you at the Senior Center, and what a great group. And it's really nice to talk to the seniors about how happy they are at the expansion of activities at the Senior Center. So they were really happy with the new, well, not even new anymore, the activities director, but a lot of wonderful things to say about her as well. I also today met with the airport, chairman of the Airport Commission, Stan Tech, the company that was in charge of the project management for building the new administration building, their architect, and I met to discuss the building. It has a certificate of occupancy, so it is essentially moved into, and the airport manager's there. There are a couple of small punch list items that they have to complete, but we are also holding back $200,000 of money until they finish that punch list. So we discussed it today again, putting pressure on the contractor to finish those couple of small items that get done, and they won't get their money until they get it done. So we're expecting that to occur shortly. Also at the airport, I opened up the invitation to bid today, or I'm sorry, request for a proposal today for the area of the flight school and the administration building. We only have one bidder. There were good things about the bid and things that I wasn't happy about. I'm going to make copies of that request for proposal, give it to the airport commission members, and set up a meeting to discuss it with them. The rent was pretty much what we thought it would come in, but they are looking at 6 months free rent, and I think they got that from the Mansfield project. The company that left Southbridge and went to Mansfield got 6 months free rent from Mansfield. So I think they must have read that because they put that into the proposal that they gave us. So we're going to have a lot of discussion about that particular clause. But the Airport Commission is going to have a lot of involvement in that discussion. Also, the Mill Street and corner of Mill Street, corner of Main Street building, as many of you have seen, is down. Unfortunately, as they were ripping it down, they found out there was some asbestos between the floors, so it is going to cost us more to get rid of that asbestos. I talked to one of the construction guys today. That is expected to be completely finished by the end of this week, which is nice. So there's some minor work left. We got to get a little bit more materials out of there. They have to put in fill, grade the fill, and support. There's a sort of a wall or a concrete foundation that supports the sidewalk and a little bit into the street. So they're going to put soil behind that to back it up. They're going to fill it in, and they're going to put the cedar chips across the top again, and that fill has to be done in a gradual way for water runoff and to run it around Lazo's building next to it. But that is supposed to be done by Friday, so I think that's good news as well. And that's all I have to report, Madam Chairman.
All right, thank you very much. Moving on to subcommittee summaries. A, General Government.
We had a quick meeting on the 15th, just before the joint school committee, town council meeting. We only had one agenda item. Since it's the next agenda, I'll just read it now anyway. I don't have the minutes actually here, unfortunately, but I'll just summarize it. We talked to Karen Harnoy about the one agenda item, which is our item number 9 on our agenda tonight, which was simply we had to add some money to the contract with KMS to do actuarial services because there are new federal legal reporting requirements that we have to fulfill. That's really what it came down to. So, and we unanimously approved doing that, and that we'll deal with that in a moment. And we do have a meeting scheduled for this Thursday at 6:30 downstairs.
Department of Public Works, Councilor DePietro.
Madam Chair, there's no meeting was scheduled. I do not have a report for you.
Okay. Education and Human Services, that will be Rick Nash, Councilor Nash. Sorry.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Obviously, no meeting minutes, but a meeting has been scheduled for September 6th, Wednesday, September 6th at 6:30. Short agenda at this stage, citizen member, two requests. Thank you.
Very good. And Planning and Development, Councilor Clare.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For you, no meeting minutes, but I do have a meeting scheduled for the 5th at 6:30. Thank you.
Okay. And Protections of Persons and Property, Councilor Manna.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't have any minutes to report, but I do have a meeting scheduled for August 29th. That's tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Thank you.
All right, very good, thank you. Agenda item number 7, swearing in and presentations. We have a presentation this evening, and it's good to see you here, Dr. Dan. Wasn't quite sure. So this evening we have the Specific Chiropractic Center. It is Dr. Dan Ceballos, and if you're not familiar, it is the old Cohasset Florist building, which was behind Friendly's, now is Cumberland Farms. So there's been a lot of movement on that entire corner, and we're happy this evening to have him here to tell us a little bit about his new business and what potentially he could offer Southbridge. So we welcome you. Thank you. Come on up.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Dan Ceballos of the Specific Chiropractic Center in Southbridge. I'm really excited to be here. First, before I start talking, I'd just like to thank the council for allowing me to come up and give an announcement. Hopefully, I'm close enough to the mic for the sound guy. Good. But thank you for letting me come up for a couple of minutes to make an announcement. The fact that you allow new businesses in town to come up and make announcements for the community, for them to take part in events, shows how supportive the council is to new businesses. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. But like Councilor Clements said, it is at 22 Goddard Street in Southbridge, which used to be the old Cohasset Flower Shop. And my team and I began the renovations in November. And for anyone who's ever done construction, it always takes longer than you think it's going to take. But thankfully, the office is open. We've been open since the middle of June, and it's been wonderful to be a part of the community, bringing more health and wellness to the city of Southbridge. So that's been great. But for my announcement is we're actually having a grand opening party. That's right. We're throwing a big shindig in September 16th, Saturday, from 1 to 5 p.m. We're going to have music, we're going to have games, raffle prizes, food. So I just want it to be a big celebration, not only for the office, but for the city of Southbridge. And I'm just happy for this opportunity to make the announcement for the grand opening, which is going to be September 16th on Saturday from 1 to 5. If anybody have any questions about the office, they can call the office. The number is 774-490-1895, or they can send me an email at southbridge@thespecific.com. So I'm not quite sure how much time I have, but that was really my announcement. So I can invite the whole city to come celebrate, not only with myself, but the whole team that we have for the specific chiropractic center. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I just want to point out something that we invite new and existing businesses, old ones, new ones. We respect all of them and appreciate that they are here in Southbridge. So
Yeah.
put that out there, and we would like to begin to, we were doing it quite a bit. We slowed down a little. We had a lot of department presentations, and we'd like to make sure that we do recognize our businesses. It's very important. Questions for Dr. Dan's business? Councilor Nash.
Thank you, thank you, Madam Chair. Through you, Dr. Dan, good to see you again.
Good to
Thank
see
you so
you,
much for
Councilor
coming.
Nash. Good to see you.
We're very pleased to have you here tonight. I would like to just ask a quick dumb question.
Yes.
But since you have the podium, would you please elaborate a little bit on the range of services that specific chiropractic affords? From what I've seen, it's more than just your typical chiropractic office.
Okay. Well, I thank you for asking. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to get into a little bit of the nitty-gritty of how specific chiropractic is just a little bit different than what you would consider traditional chiropractic. In a sense, we are called, I mean, First, I'll start off with specific chiropractic is actually a franchise, and so it's not my office. I'm not the specific. It's actually a range of offices across the country. We have 20 offices, and what that allows us is allows me to have a resource of other chiropractors across the country. If I have any questions, what we do in the office is standardized. So what happens in Southbridge is the same that happens in Watertown, which is the other office in Massachusetts, which is the same in Dallas, which is the same in San Francisco, which is the same in Oklahoma City, and all the other offices. And so that's one thing that's probably a little bit different. Most people go to whatever chiropractic, like Bob's Chiropractic, Mary's Chiropractic, but this is actually a corporation, so there's a bit of a standardization about what I do in the office. And the reason why it's called specific is because we work in the upper neck primarily when we do our treatments. And we take a lot of time and effort in our analysis to determine where in the upper neck there is an issue. And that's what we'll do the majority of our care. You know, sometimes we'll go in other parts of the body if need to, but specific chiropractic is specific because we find where in the upper neck specifically is the problem. And the goal in the office is to not adjust every visit. So for me, what I'm hoping for my patient is I want to get resolution. I want my patients to get a point where they don't need me 3 times a week forever. They just need me to get them to a point after a few months of care where their body is healing themselves and they can get restorative care rather than getting an adjustment every single visit. So that's probably a couple of things that makes the office a little bit different.
Very good.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank you for the
coming to
question.
Southbridge.
Any other questions? I just want to thank you for joining the Southbridge Business Partnership.
Thank you.
You've been force to be reckoned with there, too. So your participation all over has been noticed.
No, I appreciate it,
So-
and I've enjoyed my time on the Economic Development Commission as
That
well.
too, yes, we did.
So-
You were actually a member of, you live here, you work here, and you participate, and you volunteer here, so.
Thank you.
Kudos. We need about a few hundred more of you.
Yeah, if I can clone myself, I think I would be happy with that as well.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very
this
much. Thank
evening.
you all for letting me speak.
And now, agenda number 8, Citizens Forum. Is there anybody who would like to speak to anything not on the agenda? It's quite broad tonight.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, my name is Dawn Pesci, 20 Hudson Avenue. I was born and raised in Southbridge. I'm a registered voter, a senior citizen, and what's the other one, Kristen?
You're lots of things.
But I haven't been at this podium for 15 years because I thought it was time to give the next generation, your generation, time to run everything. And so far, everything has been good. But I'd like to thank each and every one of you for your dedication and your commitment to the town of Southbridge. And even to the chair, I've even said to you personally, you are the most dedicated woman in the town that's done so much volunteerism and everything for the town. But the reason I'm here tonight is I watched that July 24th meeting. Now, we know over the years, and I've been involved, we've had ins and outs with town managers, we've tried to change the form of government, and this is where we're at. Okay? And I just felt that meeting was so much of a disgrace because in the past 2 years, on my end of stepping back, all I have heard is good about our current town manager from people that work with him and people that work for him. And even when he came to town on the videos, if you go back, everything this man has said, he has come forth on. And we'll never have enough money to run this town. But through the chair to the town manager, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your last 2 years of service. And I'll do whatever it takes for you to continue your term of service here in the town. Because I have always said in this town, the most thankless job there is being that of a Southbridge town manager. And I hope, I was watching TV and I thought I was doing a 360. I'm like, what is going on? I hope that the chair and the vice chair will be able to work with the town manager to turn around whatever differences there are. And I would also like to see in the forthcoming contract some incentives for the town manager to stay here. We've had so many town managers. He can up and go off to any town all across this great country. We need you here. And I think what really makes you shine, Mr. Town Manager, on the night of July 24th, you sat there, you were patient, and you were professional. And you addressed your townspeople with what I believe was the first time any town manager has sat there and told the townspeople the truth. So many things have gone on in the past in town managers' offices, and we've never gotten an answer, and we've never known the truth. And you sat there and you laid it all out. And I want to thank you. You do have support from other people like me throughout this community and the senior citizens. And if the whole council can't get together to back you, we the people are there. And I want to thank you. And I wish I could say I was sorry the way you were treated, but that was other people's actions. And I have been no saint in the past when it's come to politics. I've had my ins and outs too, but I really think that you have done a very, very good job. And I think sometimes we need to take the time to say thank you to somebody. I don't think the thank yous are there enough, especially not only for the town manager, but a lot of our town employees. And I'd like to see in your contract an appreciation day be written in, some form of gym for you to get some stress off your back, or yoga, or massage that we pay for, but certainly that appreciation day from the citizens and the, I'm also a taxpayer. But that's why I came here. It's been 15 years. I'll probably never come back up here, but I want to wish you the best, and I hope that you stay in Southbridge. Everybody who works for and with you says you're a good man, and that's what we need in this town to keep us going forward. And I also want to thank you for working with the state and the school department to try turning that around, because Lord knows, as a senior citizen and a taxpayer, we want these kids to have the best education. So thank you for all your blood, sweat, and tears, and your professional manner which you deal with day in and day out. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Is there anybody else who would like to address the council at this time? Is there anybody else? Seeing none, we'll move on. Agenda item number 9, vote to ratify the actuarial services agreement between KMS Actuaries LLC and the Town of Southbridge to update needed OPEB information for FY 2017 in the amount of $2,000.
Second.
Discussion, questions? Seeing none, let's do a hand vote on this. All those in favor? It's unanimous of 6. 7, excuse me. Did we get to 7? Very good. 2 came in. All right, Councilors Forum is next on the list. Very short meeting this evening.
That's good.
And we will start with Councilor Morales.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First day of school. I want to wish those students a wonderful year. Do your homework and stay out of trouble. Thank you.
Very nice. Councilor Claire?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you, I was just going to also say, welcome back to all the students that are going back to the schools today. It was an exciting morning, an exciting day. Also, be cautious of buses on the roads, kids walking to school. Just drive with a little bit of extra care while they're still getting back in there. Thank you.
Move on to Councilor DePietro.
Madam Chair, nothing to report, actually.
Okay.
Thank you.
Councilor Manna?
I'm speechless tonight. Thank you.
All right. And Councilor Nash?
Thank you, Madam Chair, through you. And I will be abbreviated tonight, which don't get accustomed to. But I, too, would like to wish the best to all of the Southbridge School District students, administrators, teachers, all the staff. And I'd like to echo the same sentiments that Chairman Clements shared earlier about the kickoff or the assembly at the high school last week. That was wonderful, and I'm so grateful to have been a part of it. I appreciate the invitation, and that was so motivating and refreshing. Thank you to Dr. Johnson and the crew. I'll make one other quick note, and that'll wrap it up for me tonight, and that is that we should just be aware and on the lookout for an upcoming substance abuse task force meeting that the Deputy Police Chief will be chairing. It is his committee. I believe it's the week of September 4th. I don't know the exact date yet, but that invitation should be forthcoming. They'll also have a presentation at the high school on or about the 11th. Very notable speaker to talk about his experience and hopefully to do some good for our community. With that, thank you.
And Councilor Steves.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Excuse me, Vice
I
Chair
just
Steves.
wanted to say that, as Councilor Clements had mentioned earlier and Mr. Nash mentioned, Councilor Nash, I was also at that kickoff event for the schools, and I don't know if that's going to end up on video, but hopefully it does, so that people have a chance to see it, because Carmen Didi was hilarious and had a good message too, which is really important, about bringing people together and this kind of stuff that we see in our community all the time, about people having a chance, and more importantly, being given a chance, even though they may not feel like they're getting a chance. The thing that stood out for me for that one is where she was pointing out about how sometimes it just takes one person to redirect somebody's trajectory from the wall slightly upward so they avoid the wall. And that's where it comes. That's where it comes in our role as adults to deal with some of these kids and give them that little bit of a boost that they need. And our kids deserve it. So I just thought I'd say that. Also, I just wanted to point out that if you're into handball, the September 9th, there's a handball tournament over at Henry Street from 12 to 4. And also, this is something that you might want to put on your calendar for future reference, because the Board of Health is going to be doing solid waste regulations, which are completely changing, for September 21st at 6:30, and they're doing a public hearing then. So you get a chance to come in and see what they're actually doing and comment on that. I haven't seen the actual regs yet, but I imagine that they will be posted sometime soon. So just so you know. And that's all I had for that. As far as the next meeting date is Monday, September 11th at 7 here in the council chambers.
Thank you very much. If there's nothing else this evening, I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of adjournment? It's unanimous.
I think those regs went to you today.
What's that?
I think
We
the
got an
regs came
email.
out to you today. Yep, they're in here. You got it today. I've got to put this stuff away.